Hey y'all, how are you guys doing today? Because as for me, I am doing more than well, and I hope you guys too are doing well. So today on my channel, I wanted to talk about some of the things that I am so grateful for in Canada healthcare system. I want to talk about some of the wonderful things Canadians do for their citizens and permanent residents compared to other countries, all right? Because some of the things they do, it's not easy. Some of the burdens they carry, it's not easy at all. Canada has a lot that I am grateful for. So, what I am going to be mainly focusing on today, I'm going to be mainly focusing on the Canadian healthcare system. Because the Canadian healthcare system, despite everything, I know COVID came and ruined a lot of things, but still, despite everything, Canada has one of the best health systems in the world. I don't care what anybody has to say. Even my own country is bullshit beyond Canada. Canada has a lot to offer. Canada carries a lot of burdens a lot of countries are not able to carry when it comes to the healthcare system. Like I said, yes, COVID came and some things happened, but still they are trying compared to other countries. The number one thing that I'm really grateful for when it comes to the Canadian healthcare system is this luxury of just being able to just walk into any walk-in clinic and just get whatever service without being worried about consultation fees. All you will need is just to be a permanent resident or a Canadian citizen. And when you're an international person, maybe if you don't have the documentation, yes, you pay consultation fees and all that stuff, but you should be expecting that because you're not a citizen of the country. You're not a permanent resident of the country. So when you travel, you should expect to be charged for whatever services you want when it comes to certain things, all right? So I believe everyone is aware of that. But when it comes to you being a permanent resident or a Canadian citizen of Canada, when it comes to the healthcare system, you can just walk into any walk-in clinic without being worried about consultation fees. You're going to get seen by a doctor. You'll be given prescriptions. You're going to be given referrals and everything is done for free. I know some people are going to say, oh, it's not free, we get to pay for that through our taxes and everything, but still, I am very grateful. Even my country, yes, you don't get to pay taxes, but at the end of the day, the smallest ailment like this, you're already 6 feet below, so I prefer to pay those taxes and be doing well. They have a system in place that I'm very grateful for. I like the way things are done. I like the way things are orderly and all that stuff. I like it like that. Whatever money you want to take from my tax system, let them take it. But as soon as I know that, okay, if something is bothering me, I can just walk in, I can get to see a doctor, I can be prescribed medication, or I can be given a direction to head to. I am okay with that because everything in this life is not about money. You can have all the money in the whole world, but if you're not able to get the services you need health-wise, what is the need of your money? Because sometimes you even have the money now, something comes, but you don't have enough time. By the time you get to go to another country to be able to get the service that you need to be able to feel better, you're already 6 feet below. So for me, I'm very thankful for that, all right? I am very, very thankful for that luxury. You know, other countries, you walk in, like I said, you're going to be like those international people. High consultation fees, you have to pay for everything. And at the end of the day, you are not even going to end up getting services as close to what Canada has to offer you. So I am very, very, very grateful for that. Secondly, yes, I know referrals to specialists were much more smoother before the pandemic, but things do happen, right? But still, one thing that I am so thankful for in Canada is that there are a lot of referrals to certain specialists that on a normal basis, even if they didn't take away those taxes from your yearly income, you clearly know that on a normal basis, you will not be able to afford them. But Canadians make it possible for you to be able to afford them. The Canadian government makes it possible for you to still be able to afford them. What else do you want in this life? Because trust me, there are some specialists in Canada here that I have met that I know for sure in my country it was going to cost me millions. So I am very, very grateful for that because, man, it's not just given to anyone. If it was to be given to anyone, why is it that our countries are not doing that? Because some of the specialists that you get to meet here, I know there are some that you get to pay for and everything, but most times Canada cover up for a lot of them. Since I've been in Canada, I haven't had a time that I had to meet a specialist and they asked me to pay for my pocket. No, most times they were free. So Canada covers for a lot of things. Canada covers for a lot of things. So I am so thankful for that. I am so thankful to have peace of mind when it comes to that. It's not given to everybody. It's not given to everyone. And if it was that easy, other countries are going to be doing that too, but they are not doing it because it's not easy. Thirdly, the healthcare practitioners in Canada, they follow rules and regulations to a certain degree. What I mean by that is this: Canada is so strict about certain things. They have some rules and regulations in place, and they are so strict and firm on them to the point that you cannot mess around. And I really, really, really do appreciate that, because it makes me feel safe and it makes me feel like I'm in good hands. Because trust me, you don't just want to walk into any procedure and people are just doing anyhow. Canada has a lot of regulations that are firmly instated that healthcare practitioners have to follow. Either you follow it or you're going to be in trouble. So those things, at the end of the day, make you, the patient, feel confident, safe, and feel like you're in good hands. And also, the fact that you know that in case something goes wrong, or the fact that you know that, okay, maybe a healthcare practitioner was careless, that it was negligence, when you know that something was genuinely wrong, the fact that you actually know you can sue them or have the privilege to sue them and actually be considered and listened to after whatever procedure you went for feels so good. For me, that is enough, because I will not lie to you. Back home in my country, man, every time you go over a procedure, my heart is always pumping. High blood pressure wants to kill me. My heart is always to do, because I'm like, hey, what is going to go on here? Am I going to go 6 feet under today or what? I don't trust them back home at all. I don't trust them in my country. But in this country, when I walk in for anything, no matter how tedious and no matter how demanding or no matter how risky it is, I enter them with so much confidence. All I have to do is I just have to get a good night's sleep, hydrate myself properly, and enter with confidence. Just that feeling and that confidence of knowing that, okay, I'm in good hands, that is enough to keep you alive throughout the procedure. Not that you'll bring you somewhere, instead for you to be thinking about the procedure that they're going to be doing to you, and thinking about how, hey, before you even leave your house, you're already telling your family, please pray for me, oh. Please, goodbye, oh. Say, may I not rest in peace, oh. You will already be making all sorts of bad assumptions and telling movies in your head, because all you can see is negativity. But why do you see the negativity? It's because you don't feel safe. You don't feel safe. You don't feel like you're in good hands, and you are not trustworthy enough for the specialists that are going to work on you. While in Canada, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. When I walk into anything, whether it's an operation room or whatever, I am so confident that even if anything is to happen, I don't even think I'm even going to feel anything. My spirit is just going to go away. I don't even think I'm going to feel anything. But back home in Africa, hey, is it fasting and prayer I'm going to do before? Is it crying? Is it confessions I'm going to do before? I don't trust them for anything. Back home, I don't trust them for anything. Back home, even no matter what is paining me, I prefer to stay whatever is paining me than to go to the hospital, because you don't know if you are entering there, if you're going to be coming out. You don't know if you're entering there, they're going to make things worse for you. So for me, this country, it makes me feel safe. All those rules and regulations that medical practitioners have to follow, that specialists have to follow, and they know that, if I mess up, there's going to be trouble for me, makes me feel very safe. Everybody know their position, everybody play their role, and everything goes smoothly. Fourthly, in Canada, one thing I am very grateful for is free wound care after any surgery. This is something that up to today amazes me about Canada. Free wound care after any surgery. After whatever surgery you have had in Canada, you will have the surgeon assign you to a certain organization that specializes in wound care, reach out to you and begin to make plans on how to help you with your wounds. I'm not joking. And that thing amazes me. Canada is amazing. You will have those organizations reach out to you, and they are going to send nurses to your home until whatever wounds or opening you have in your body heal. That is how amazing Canada is. Do you know what it means? You see some people that have wounds for like a whole year, they have wounds for like 6 months, they have wounds for like 10 months, and you will have that organization come over religiously every day or every 1 to 3 days, depending on whatever care they have planned for you, to come and help you with those wounds until you are completely healed. So tell me how much more a country is supposed to be amazing. That is incredible. I don't care what anybody has to say. That is incredible for you to know that you can get a referral to any specialist, get your surgery done, then whatever aftercare you need after is free. That is amazing. There is nothing more to be grateful than that. Because at times, most people, they want to go for a procedure, but what worries them the most is the aftercare. But in this country, you are not on your own. They reassure that you are not on your own. Whatever you go through, they tell you what is going to happen after. And it actually does happen. It's not something that they're going to tell you, oh yeah, we're going to get this for you and everything. And it eventually ends up not happening like in some countries. If they tell you that we're going to be having this coming over to help you, or you're going to be going for this physiotherapy, you're going to go for this rehabilitation and everything, it actually does happen. And it happens free of charge. And number 5 is this. In Canada, another thing that surprised me and shocked me and amazed me about Canada is this. When you are of a certain age group, and also depending on your financial bracket, all right? If you're not that much financially stable, if you're on welfare and all that stuff, Canada has a system in place where you might have a toothache, or maybe you might have to see an ophthalmologist for your eyes. Maybe you have an eye issue. Canada has certain numbers that you can call and ask for help. All they are going to do is that they're going to ask for your SIM number. They're going to check everything that you told them. That is how much you make yearly, monthly, or bi-weekly. All they will do is check and make sure whatever you told them is credible. And when they actually do check on those things and they get to find out that you are actually credible and you can't afford all those dental and ophthalmologist visits, what they're going to do is that they are going to make it happen to you for free. Yes, that is how Canada is amazing. Like I said, if you are of a certain age group, and also depending on your financial situation, there are some numbers in Canada that you have to call, and when you call them, they will find out a solution for you, and they are going to find a dentist for you or find an ophthalmologist for you to be able to help you with your case. Tell me how much more amazing a country can be. To me, that is mind-blowing. What else do you want from life? That is mind-blowing to me, because those things, they do cost a lot of money. Let's not be deceiving ourselves and lying to ourselves. That's a lot of money. All of those services require a lot of money if you have to pay from your own pocket. So Canada is really, really trying. I don't care what you have to say. Oh, you know, us human beings, who was I complaining? Oh, they take so much taxes and everything, and then it should be by choice. Yes, they do take a lot of taxes, but still, the services that they do offer, I am very sorry, it is worth it. I prefer to have this kind of system in place than for me to be having, like I said before, my money in my hands, and I spend my money anyhow, and I get to fall into a situation, and I can't take myself out of it because maybe at that moment, I don't have the money I need to take myself out of that situation, and I end up being 6 feet down below, and I end up dying maybe because of a silly amount of money that I didn't have to be able to save myself. So I still prefer this system in place. Let them take whatever tax they need to take for that particular purpose, because man, health is wealth. Health is wealth, and some of the things that Canada have to offer is pretty amazing. Because in my country, I don't know, but I don't know when is the last time I've heard that somebody went and got dental work done for free. I don't know when last I've heard somebody's eyes were hurting them and they went on ophthalmologist for free. I don't know when last I heard that maybe somebody had a fibroid or somebody had something budging them in their body that needed to be taken out, and it was taken out for free. I haven't seen that yet. And let me not even forget number 6. Hey, Canada. Canada is superb. Canada is, despite everything, superb. You see this thing they call imaging, ultrasound, blood work. In Canada, most of them, in short, a wide selections of the ones you need to be able to find out whatever is defective in your body are done for free. In Canada, most blood works are done for free. Imaging, ultrasound, are you mad? Go and try that rubbish in Africa and tell me how much it's going to cost you. Go to Africa to say, hey, I want to do blood work. I want to have an ultrasound of all my organs. I want to check all my belly. I want to check my ovaries. I want to go for chest x-ray. I want to go for brain x-ray. And tell me it's going to be free. Tell me how much it's going to cost you. So for me, I am very grateful. And I am also happy that Canadian government is taking whatever they're taking from my money for me to be able to get all of these privileges. It is not by power, but by grace. Canada has given us the grace to be able to get all of those services, because even if our countries were taking away those same taxes that Canada is taking away from our income every day, our countries, we all know them corruption. Those are taxes. They were not still going to be able to do 15% of what Canada gets to do for us. So let's be grateful, because we all know our countries, even if they were collecting taxes like Canada now, a place like Cameroon now, if they were collecting taxes like Canada now, it's one politician somewhere that's going to be taking your personal money and transferring into his account. You will not be even able to get 7% of what Canada has to offer. So please, me, I am very grateful. I don't care what anybody has to say. Canada has pulled me out of a lot of situations. So for that, me, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. I'm nothing to complain about. No matter how things have slowed down now, no matter how things are dragging and everything, at the end of the day, still, they are trying. Compared to most countries, let me not even say compared to most countries, I think Canada right now is the baddest on the map. They are trying. They are more than trying. So imagine you have kids. You come to Canada as a family. You are better off. Because as a family, it's a country like Canada that you need. Go to Europe now. Go and see how things function in Europe. See how things function in Africa. Canada is amazing. To me, Canada is going to be forever amazing. This country, they hold a place in my heart. They played a very important role in my life when it comes to health. They played a very, very important role in my life. So I am very grateful to them. And I'm very grateful to God for giving me that grace to be able to make it here. So that is it for me. Those are some of the things that I am grateful for being in Canada when it comes to the healthcare system. Those are some of the things that I am grateful for. I do not know for you if there are some things that Canada have done for you. There's a role that Canada has played in your life that you are so grateful for, that you are so thankful for to God, that you knew for sure that in your country you are going to play by now. Comment down below, because for me, Canada is the very best when it comes to the healthcare system.